Well, thanks to the entire Captivate team for another incredible year. This is year 5 for myself and Orca, and we are honored. And hey, Michael in the chat, hey John in the chat from Workiva. We got all my hype guys here today. But enough about me. I am Andrew. I head up our sales team here at Orca. Just are kind of starting with our profile like everyone else. Orca is also a 100% native customer marketing and reference management application built for Salesforce. So just like our friends over at Reference Edge, everything we do from a kind of data hub standpoint lives in Salesforce. So we build upon your contacts, your accounts, your opportunities, and live where all of your teams live. We see it as a single source of truth. We then connect with your other solutions. Our bread and butter has always been reference call scheduling, but like Liz alluded to before the Reference Edge presentation, we also can engage with that advocate tracking and advocate engagement. We have AI-driven functionality, all sorts of revenue integrations, which we'll get to. But really excited to have one of our favorite customers. I know that was like a shade comment that was thrown around yesterday. But Marie is here with us today from remote to talk about her experience. So Marie runs the customer advocacy program at Remote. Marie is joining us from the UK. Marie is a dog lover, has done an incredible job standing up Orca at Remote. And we're just very excited and very lucky to have Marie on our team. So Marie, take it away.
Thank you. It's fantastic to be here. And I will say that I managed to find something themed. It's a rattlesnake with a little cowboy hat just for the event. But yeah, Andrew, yeah, thank you for having me on. And I'm looking forward to talking through where we were before we started dating Orca. So Remote is 6 years old. We are in that now scale up phase. But when I started, we were still very much startup. And we had another vendor that we were using in the past, but over that time, everything in Remote doubled. Our headcount doubled, our Salesforce doubled, our product count trebled. But we had a reference solution that couldn't be customized to suit our needs. So there's 2,000 of us. We're all 100% globally distributed, no offices, we're remote. And the way we work is like many businesses, it's very unique to us. And the system that we were using was just not fit for purpose. And I think anyone who's been an advocacy team of one who has a reference program that, or any program in advocacy that is not working, where you've got sellers are frustrated, you've got customers being overused, it's a really super stressful situation. And we really needed to find a way out that was better for the business. Then we met Orca. And I will say that because of the experience that we'd been through, and again, many of you watching will know that onboarding a new tool it's not nothing. It can be a really big deal. And so we, yes, Jess, yes, we can be a team together. Onboarding a new tool is not nothing. And sometimes it's, the business decision is, okay, we're going to stick with what we know, better the devil you know. And so I gave Orca a really hard time in the pre-sales process. I'm really sorry, Andrew, but I wanted to be really sure that if we were going to move, it was to something that was going to be highly customizable and work for us. And the difference was night and day. Everything that they showed us, they delivered on, but the best thing has been the Slack integration for Remote. We all live on Slack. We don't tend to use email that much. Slack is where everybody is. And I know that Andrew's got a demo coming up for that soon, but I think the Slack integration, but all of the other features and functionality of Orca and the team really lit a rocket underneath the reference program. And it's just been fantastic.
So like Marie said, she really held my feet to the fire during the evaluation process, which is always the fun part. But then came the next phase, is actually delivering on what we promised. And really 3 key areas that were vital for us were not only kind of delivering on what we promised, but timeline was key. They were moving from one tool to another. They didn't want to have downtime. They needed to meet deadlines and timelines that were really important for the business. So in order to do that, we had to meet their global teams where they were. We couldn't rely on meetings. We couldn't rely on emails because they were all over the place and communication styles were different. So we really met the team with the tools they were using. They were using Slack, like was talked about. Notion, Monday.com is a huge solution for us. So that was a huge piece of not only selling the tool, but then also delivering on what we promised from day one.
We also, as I mentioned earlier, spent a lot of time together, highly customizing the Slack integration, so that when it went live for the sellers and for the customer success managers with our workflows, that it was, because Slack is noisy, that it caught people's attention and they knew exactly what they had to do. And I was really happy that during the planning phases that Slack, I could see it looking great. And then to actually get that validation back from our sales workforce when it finally went live was just absolutely incredible. And then finally, we worked a lot on enablement together, and the team at Orca were absolutely fantastic in helping us there, because our sales workforce and our customer success workforce had been kind of burnt by the previous, workarounds and things like that we were doing in our old system. We wanted to make it really clear exactly what they needed to do and when and how, and to anticipate, any questions and problems. And I will say about Orca that because it does what it says and it's easy, that adoption has been really fantastic. And I've got some stats over on the next slide as well, which I can talk through.
Marie's enablement documentation has truly become the gold standard. She has been kind enough to share that with us, who we share with all of our customers, and it's been a really fun project to work on. And people don't usually use enablement and fun in the same sentence, but it is the gold standard in our world.
But I think as well, when you have a sales audience that you're working with, I don't want the reference program for them we're serving them, I think, in what we do. And that's what Orca does for us. It's a seamless, vending machine interface for them. And that's what the enablement proves to them. So we want to meet them where they are and just enable them to get those references when they need them to help close deals faster. And as you can see here, we've had phenomenally increased efficiency. It's been fantastic. And because of the efficiency and the references going through, we've had a fantastic business impact and a lift up there. And we've also just got full visibility in the program success. Because the tool works, and of course we've got the reporting in the background, folks are using it. And so it's not what you call like shadow IT, it's shadow referencing. Everything's going through Orca, it's trackable, and we can really prove the worth of the program and grow it and scale it as we need. So we're very happy over here.
And like Maria alluded to, I know the feedback with speed dating in the past is people want to see the tools. And I even said Orca is 100% native and everything lives in Salesforce. But Slack has been something that Marie had a ton of success with. So I wanted to show what their experience is like. We have tons of other integrations. You don't have to have Slack to even use the tool. This is just one little nugget. So what we're looking at here is I am an end user. So I'm a sales rep in a Slack org, and I'm truly putting in a reference request in real time. So I'm typing in who my prospect is, selecting the opportunity that I'm selling into. I'm even selecting what products and services that we're listing. And then this open notes text field that I'm about to unpause and type through is actually going to go through one of our AI integrations and actually use as much or as little of this information as possible. So in this case, I'm saying, hey, I'm looking to connect my prospect with someone in the energy industry. Maybe you've got a ton of integrations. Maybe you want to add in competitive information, company size, segment, you name it. It doesn't matter how broad or general those notes are going to be. The tool is going to then sync up with your library within Salesforce and produce results. So essentially, an AE is able to go through that entire request process. They're going to be notified once that's put in. A CSM or a program manager can approve or deny, or even see that record back in Salesforce directly from Slack. So you can truly go through the entire process without leaving Slack. You can approve, deny, even schedule those calls. So we've really invested a lot of time and energy to ensure that the end user, whether that's Marie, whether that's a sales rep, whether that's a CSM or an account owner, is able to take action directly in Slack or in Salesforce or in a number of other tools, which I'll jump to next. And that's kind of our last slide here in our last couple seconds, where we're going or our newest updates. Not only are we investing a ton of time into Slack and Teams and all these other great solutions, but it's also continuing to look at how can we meet users where they are, like SalesLoft, Gainsight, Gong, Outreach. User Evidence is one of our newest integrations. So a lot of exciting stuff to come. And that is my time. So thanks, Marie, for everything. Thanks, Captivate.
Thank you, everybody. It was fun.